After temporarily suspending the indefinite economic blockade on Nagaland on the first day on November 17th, some 15 Karbi Anglong-based civil society organizations led by Karbi Students Association (KSA) submitted a 6-point charter of demands addressed to the Chief Minister of Assam through Deputy Commissioner of Karbi Anglong at a meeting held on Wednesday in Diphu. It was learned that the organizations had decided to put on hold the economic blockade on Nagaland subjected to fulfillment of their demands. The demands included holding immediate talks on the border issue between Assam and Nagaland with the centre as mediator, reconstruction of boundary pillars destroyed by those from Nagaland, withdrawal of IRB from Nagaland from within Daldoli Reserve Forest in Karbi Anglong, immediate dismantling of all temporary or permanent houses and electric poles erected by Nagas inside Daldoli Reserve Forest, cancellation of all pattas issued by the government of Nagaland inside Daldoli Reserve Forest under Lahorijan outpost, and finally, that Nagaland should not obstruct all developmental works carried by Assam Forest Department within Daldoli Reserve Forest. The organizations claimed that government of Assam was well aware of Naga expansionism and that the incidents along the border were well planned and guided by the idea of Greater Nagalim. While reiterating that they are not against Naga's struggle for Greater Nagalim, they said it did not mean they would allow occupation of their land and vowed not an inch of our land should be ceded to Nagaland. Eastern Naga Students Federation (ENSF) served a 7-day ultimatum on Wednesday to the state government of Nagaland to meet its charter of demands for incorporation in Nagaland Staff Selection Commission, contents preview and implementation of job reservation for the 6 backward tribes of Eastern Nagaland. Addressing a press conference at Duda Guest House on Wednesday, ENSF President Sepili L. Sangtam said the federation would be compelled to resort to democratic forms of agitation if their demands were not met within the stipulated time. Sangtam alleged that Eastern Nagas were intentionally suppressed and deprived in all aspects even after 6 decades of Nagaland attaining statehood. He said that since Eastern Nagas also equally contributed in the formation of statehood, the benefits, especially in the employment sector, should also be shared equally. Stating that ENSF's demands were based on the principle of Article 16 of the Constitution of India, equality of opportunity in matters of public employment, Sangtam said they would resort to indefinite agitation if they have to in order to let justice prevail. North Police Station in Kohima became the first police station and government office in the state to be accorded with ISO certification for quality management system. Superintendent of Police Kohima Manoj Kumar, speaking at a press briefing today at his office chamber, appraised that the initiative started with the objective of providing quality service to the people and to maintain quality control for future in whatever services the police delivered. He informed that the police station has been awarded ISO 9001:2015 certification on meeting the specified parameters of quality management system on policing and related scope of activities, which includes maintenance of public peace, law and order, prevention, detection and investigation of crime and criminal activities, emergency response, VIP security, and prevention of human trafficking. Highlighting that Kohima Police had initiated the process of certification by upgrading the existing facilities and adding additional elements with the sole objective to improve the quality of public service and to make the police station more people-friendly and accessible, Kumar said that to meet the specified parameters, the police station has streamlined the process of character or passport verification and the system of filing and record keeping. He further said the infrastructure of the police station were upgraded and disposal of various complaints have been made time-bound besides other measures. Joint Committee for Prevention of Illegal Immigrants (JCPI) has reiterated its appeal to the state government to introduce Register of Indigenous Inhabitants of Nagaland (RIIN) Act without further delay. In a representation addressed to the State Chief Minister, the JCPI co-convener Atomi Su and Secretary Tia Longchar also reiterated that the cut-off year for enrollment of indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland should be December 1, 1963. JCPI stated that it would by no means accept November 21, 1979 date as the cut-off year. The committee stated that enforcing Register of Indigenous Inhabitants of Nagaland Act in letter and in spirit at the earliest was the only remedy to mess and complication arising out of improper possession of Indigenous Inhabitants Certificate. Since registration of Indigenous Inhabitants of Nagaland has to be enacted as law, JCPI stated that the primary initiative was for the Cabinet's approval of the Bano Commission report and place it before the Nagaland Legislative Assembly for making it into an act of the government. Aggrieved COVID-19 caterers of Dimapur district have urged the authorities concerned to clear the bills for the food provided to various quarantine centers that were pending for over 15 weeks now. In a release, aggrieved caterers lamented that their earlier appeals and numerous visits failed to have the desired impact. According to them, this pandemic, unlike any other, required all stakeholders to perform on a war footing without any scope for trial and error. And being a major entry point for the state, Dimapur district required maximum adaptability while responding to the highly demanding circumstances during the fight against COVID. However, they said it was unfair that after having shouldered a huge burden and delivered a good performance, the authority could not meet their expectation and honor the agreement. A special variety of shiitake mushroom has been harvested at Mopung Chiget village in Mokokchung district. This variety has great potential for international markets and hope to maximize production in the near future, said Dr. Sosang Longkumar. Dr. Sosang Longkumar is a young Naga scientist and has taken mushroom cultivation to a new height. With his research and study, the mushroompreneurs of Nagaland cultivating shiitake and oyster mushroom will have a profitable agri-business with low investment and early returns, he said. Shiitake mushrooms are one of the most popular mushrooms worldwide. They are prized for their rich, savory taste and diverse health benefits. Shiitake mushrooms have long been used in traditional Chinese medicine. They are also part of the medical traditions of Japan, Korea, and Eastern Russia. Dr. Sosang Longkumar encouraged the Naga people to utilize climatic conditions and natural resources of the land to farm high-value agri-products such as the shiitake mushrooms. With positive cases rising all across the nation, the COVID-19 status of northeastern states are: like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for news that matters and stories that inspire.